between the three Triangle universities and RTI, you have about $3.5 billion a year of research and development activity. The opportunity that's available to the four entities is to come together, to work together collaboratively, and to try to attack really big problems in the world. There's a lot of work that we've done in state that's really helped to improve the lives of people here. For example, some of the work that we've done recently around the detection of lead in drinking water, especially as it relates to daycare centers and schools, and being able to get that particular situation under control.
We recognize that the state of North Carolina had no regulation or data on whether there was lead at the tap in child care centers and schools.
Children are particularly vulnerable because their central nervous systems are still growing and developing.
The goal for lead exposure is 0. And it's especially so for children who are most vulnerable to the effects of lead exposure and experience decreased IQ and behavioral difficulties that are irreversible at any level of exposure. A lot of the focus has been on actually replacing lead piping in the United States. And that's something that needs to be done, but that's hugely costly. That's going to cost trillions of dollars across the United States. And meanwhile, children now are going to be adults. So the goal in our study was right now, let's prevent exposure to lead. That was our focus.
I was a full-time student at North Carolina Central University, and I started working part-time as a telephone interviewer in our call center. I sought out advanced opportunities because I quickly realized that this company that I'd stumbled upon was doing some pretty amazing things in the world, and I wanted to be a part of those things. I wanted to be a part of that change.
I kind of decided quickly as a graduate student to focus on populations of students who are like myself, who are first-generation college students, who are underserved or minoritized student groups, and seeing what are the barriers to college access, or how do we show them that they can afford it using the right avenues.
While I was at NC State, I had the opportunity to go to a very rural area of Nicaragua and work with a nonprofit in country called El Porvenir, which looks to provide clean water to different areas of Nicaragua that are not connected to some centralized system. And really just being able to go somewhere and seeing the impact of work that I could do with my degree was huge. Seeing the value of that type of work on people just with my own eyes really helped connect me to RTI International as well.
Neglected tropical diseases. We've delivered nearly 2 billion doses of medication to hundreds of millions of individuals across the world.
I really take RTI's mission about improving the human condition to heart. In addition to pain management as one of the leading causes of why the opioid epidemic has exploded, we often forget about additional factors that lead to addiction. And these include things like unemployment, poverty, social isolation, anxiety, and depression. And so it's important that those not be forgotten as we think about how to comprehensively approach this epidemic. What I was concerned about is how can we do good research in communities to really improve the lives of folks.